Eagles fans, welcome to this week's edition of Coast to Coast. Great to have you back. Fair week around the club, must be said. Oscar Allen, I found you lurking around the corridor, so dragged you in for another potty. How are you today?
I'm well, mate. How are you going?
I'm good. I saw you were absolutely just filling his face full of some roast beef sangers. How many have you had today?
Can't say. No, I had about 3 or 4.
You're a big
got to
boy,
refuel
though.
after games, mate. You know how it is.
You're a big boy.
But what I'm excited about, we got some guests in the room. One of them I'm less excited about because I seem to see your face every time I'm in here. But the other one, the bear, Lukey Edwards.
Hello.
What's going on, mate?
No,
son of Tyson. What's happening, mate?
Don't start with that. I don't need that.
You going well, though?
Going well.
Mate, good to see you back in the side. Well done. You played really well on Sunday afternoon. Talk me through it.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a few young boys back. Played with Chewy again, which was nice.
Yeah.
Same draft year, so that was always nice. But no, it's been good.
What do you? Can I ask what you like pre-game at Optus? Are you a bit of a nervous wreck? Are you jumping out of your skin? You super mung? What do you like?
Nah, I'm very
Pretty
casual.
sure.
Yeah, I'll do very minimal, to be honest.
Can you talk to others? Can you have a joke, or is it more blinkers on?
Yeah, I'm joking around. I'll do whatever. I'll try to stay out of his way because he's serious, and yeah, I'll try to stay out of Oscar's way as much as possible.
I've become pedantic the older I've gotten. Like, I'm more pedantic about my body, like making sure everything's feeling good. So, like, do this, and then I'm like, all right. And then I start fanging around and, like, just, yeah.
It's good, mate.
Yeah. It's not working because it takes me 3/4 to wake up every week at the moment. But, maybe I need to change it up. I'll have a laugh with you this week I might. But, yeah.
Milk, you squeezed us into the schedule. You going right?
Squeeze us in between breakfast and dinner.
I sit at my desk and just count down the hours till this comes on because it is I was telling Thumper before, I had one task today and it was to go get churros for Jo, the cafe lady. So I was walking around getting her churros and trying to deliver coffees to the churro van out there. So I've been busy though. I enjoy it.
Do you have a go-to like game on your computer or on your phone? Like,
It's risky.
do you have like solitaire
Stick
or do you
cricket.
play stick cricket?
On my
Yeah.
phone. Well, Rhett got me into that the other day. So now I'm back on stick cricket.
While you're sitting there waiting for something to happen, are you just like stick cricket?
But like the main thing, like it's just like, so put the computer up. I got 2 screens.
Smart.
But I don't have anything on them. So computer's up, hit refresh on emails
Nothing.
4 to 5 times an hour. Nothing comes through. And then look at the program data. Don't actually put anything in, but look at it and wander around a little bit. But
It's a good day.
yeah, it's a good day.
Who's your boss?
Mickey Pryor we report to.
Yeah, right.
He's a good man though.
Yeah,
Funny
Mickey's a
fella.
good man.
Got time for him.
But I'm back though.
It's glad to have you back. I'm going to talk some waffle later on where it was nothing but success down there. So let's start. Oz, weird week, pretty hectic for the entire club, more probably the senior leaders taking control. You know, back in what was it? Was it 2013 where Woosh's last year?
End of 13, yeah.
Clearly done at the end of the season. This is done mid-season, which I don't think it's been done in the club's history. What was it like? Emotions of the group, you've got people really well connected to him, but you've also got the notion that footy goes on and you've got to go to the next week regardless of what's happening.
Yeah, it was strange. I think reflecting back on last week, it was probably nice to have a game that weekend because there was something to take the group's focus and kind of cultivate and come together to do. So that was a different change, but then also for me, just an understanding of everyone has a different relationship with him. So clearly myself in a leadership position now, I have a lot of one-on-one conversations with him, a lot of group meetings with him. So I have a significant amount of interaction with the head coach, and younger players obviously don't have the same amount of interaction. So understanding that the relationship I have as a 25-year-old is probably different to Lukey as a 21, 22-year-old player or Gov as a 30-year-old. So everyone was going through a different range of emotions, but it was nice that we could sense him off in a particular way. During the game, I thought we played probably one of our best games so far this year against quality opposition, although we didn't win. I thought there were some real positives and we played with a lot of spirit and we were good in the contest, which is what we've been focusing on and probably what we will for the next 6 weeks or so. But yeah, that was my perspective. What was yours like this week, mate? It was strange for me, yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday was definitely a bit odd. Or Tuesday morning, especially before we had the team meeting as a group, before Simo came in and shared the news, felt like something was happening. And yeah, when it did happen, I was actually a bit emotional hearing him speak. And yeah, as you said, everyone was different. Everyone has a different relationship with him. But when he was speaking, yeah, it was definitely emotional. It was it was good to send him off in the right way. I know during the game that the big camera was panning him during the game and saw him on the big screen. He was enjoying himself. So
A few booze hounds going alongside him in the 2018 box.
Yeah, 2018 boys. Yeah, it was it's good to see them.
But nah, it was his coin toss was quite funny.
Yeah, it was good, eh?
Yeah.
No,
You were out there for that, weren't you?
Yeah. He said to me before, he's like, should I do the look up? I was like, go on then, mate. Like, he's but in all seriousness, the way he's handled this week has been like incredibly impressive. Just seeing how calm and not relaxed, but professional, I suppose, is the way to put it. Like, at the end of the day, he's come to a mutual agreement to end things with the footy club. He's still obviously wanted to coach the rest of this year, and I'm sure next year as well. So him being able to swallow that and go about his business in the way he has been exceptional. And I think the whole like broad AFL West Coast community have really wrapped their arms around him and really paid their respect and their gratitude for what he's done the last 11 years. So although, like you said, the last 3 years have been as bad as they have been on field, and he still finishes with a 50-50 record as a coach, which is pretty exceptional when you think about the kind of losses we've had the last couple of years. So, yeah, impressive for him.
Well said. You hit the nail on the head with a few of those comments. Milk, did Simo know who you were yet?
I think he did know my name, I think.
Do you call you Jace? Or?
Nah. He'd call me
Mate.
Gilbs, I think.
Yeah.
I think. But no, I think he did know my name. He was good, though. Whenever we trained out there with the boys, he was always... And if we walked past him in the corridors, we'd always say good day to him.
My
and
question.
He'd say good day to us.
That's good. My question to you is: Did he give you any stern words about being Harley's roommate and what kind of influence you could be up to there?
Not really. Nah. No one really said too much. But I think they thought that I would be respectful and
How wrong they were.
and responsible.
Oh, if Harley's playing
No.
stick cricket on Saturday nights before Sunday games, I think you're going all right.
Yeah, exactly. But nah, not particularly. But nah, he was good. I liked him, and when I had a chat to him, I always thought he was a good fella.
Sorry, mate. Do we switch off for your lunch as well? You got a fair
I don't know
food
what
bag
you're
there.
talking about, mate. Let's get going.
You've rolled into the roast beef gravy roll into an absolute smorgasbord of pasta there. So you just do you for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you, boys. Keep going.
How do you find Scully's, week address? Cripper said went for a little bit longer than Simo's. How'd you find his demeanour on the day?
Yeah, he was. I've obviously spent a bit of time with him. I played footy with his son as well, Taj, back in Adelaide. So I knew him before he came over here. So he did go for a little while the pre-game, and he played the same clip he showed about 2 months ago to the mids on the Max Holloway fight. But no,
You know what I'm talking about. Holloway Gaethje.
Is that the one where they just dropped and said, let's agree to the...
Yeah, point in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And
he
Yeah,
just went-
let's end it in 10 seconds kind of thing?
Yeah.
Right.
last punch, bang. But he was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed his speech, especially before we headed out. Got us all in a little circle and gave us another little speech. So
I like that. It was a throwback to old school footy days. Like the coach kind of gets the last address. I quite enjoyed that.
Been a while since that one's happened.
Well, Simo never did it.
no, I've never experienced it.
Yeah, okay. Much better performance against the Lions. The immense pressure. It was such an entertaining game to watch throughout, but particularly the first quarter, first two quarters. Just a fun game. Taught a lesson in the midfield, but everyone had a great crack, and they certainly responded in the back half of that one. Luke Edwards, I texted you and said you can't go and take the best mark of your AFL career and the best snag of your AFL career and think you're not coming on the potty to talk yourself up and just run us through how it all
What
went
mark
down.
did you take?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask.
The one that just came down from orbit and he had to try and locate it running back on 50.
Yeah. Liam's skyball.
That one. That was doing a bit in the air.
Didn't back yourself from 45, just thought I needed to take another couple of metres or what?
I thought TK was actually a bit closer to goal than he was coming at me hard, so I thought I better give it to him because Jakey wanted it in the pocket as well.
I was on the bench and I had a good eyesight of Jakey giving you a bit of a verbal when you looked over.
Yeah, I know. But then lucky he hit TK, and I probably should have just went back, but gave it to TK and he slotted it.
That'll work.
So that was nice.
Yep.
Little goal assist. I'll take it.
What about your snap that just swung more than one of Gilbs' tee shots off the off the box? It's moved a bit in the air.
Yeah, I didn't even think he was going to get there in the end. Just got very lucky. I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was going to get touched on the line or hit the post or something, but it's not. It's very rare for me to kick a goal, so I'm pretty happy
Take
with
them
it.
when you get them, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I want to ask, there was no celebration. You're quite subdued in your celebration, considering you'd kick, a couple of goals in your career?
Yeah, I'm not Harley who goes to the crowd or Oscar just get a bit of me. I just go down like this on the wing.
Whoa. I'm not that mate. Just give a little point to the people.
That's not me. I just play on the wing, do what I'm told, and
Just do the job for the boys. Yeah.
On his tombstone, played on the wing, did what I was told.
Couple of first-time goal kickers. We got Hutch and Brocky who put through there first. Do I need to go back and check the tape about where you two boys were in getting around the first-time goal scorers?
Oh, Alan nearly killed Hutchie.
I've set him up, hit him with a beautiful 2, and the big fella fumbled it and then picked it up. But, so I was first one there. No, I've almost missed him by a metre. So he did a great job to gather, and then Brocky, I was calling for the hands off him, so I was pretty close to him as well. It's a funny theme with that.
Weird check side technique from Hutch. If one of my under-9s was doing it that way, I'd bring him off, have a bit of a word to him. Do you see his ball drop with it?
I think that's got something to do with my handball, to be fair. I think it's just how he landed in his hands and he went, you know what, I'm going to have to take this like that. But skillful player. Both of them are actually. Good to celebrate. It's good on game day. It's a bit of a lift-up.
Yeah. Even went flying, kicked his goal as well to the crowd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was nice. Good to be part of.
Did you get down to him or the wings a bit?
I gave him that goal as well. So I was there.
I did it. Actually, Lukey says I kicked the goal pretty
gave him. He's given me 2 goals, so I gave him 1 back, and he went to the crowd, and then I followed.
Now, Mel, do you need, not me, I'm certainly not doing it. Do you need to have a little word to Harley Reid about the 50 rule and the protected space? Do you need to go and have a quick word? Because this isn't the first time the big fella's gone.
How many did you give away? Multiple?
He gave away 1 this week.
I think it was only 1 this week.
It was pretty costly timing of the free kick and the 50.
He thought it was, and I feel like Hoffy would be flat because it was Cameron that kicked the goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then...
and he wasn't on him for the second either.
But I think Harles thought... Because he said after the game, because he was asking for the handball, it shouldn't have been a 50 or something like that. Right. He kind of said, like, I was running past for the hands. And
for what, the other team?
So I don't know what he was thinking. I haven't actually really. We don't really speak about the game that much.
I was about to say speak. It was a weird roommate scenario.
I haven't spoken to him yet.
But I think because he thought he was running past for a handball received, that it was just a little joke, so it shouldn't be called a
joke.
So it almost shouldn't be called 50
it's
sort
just a
of thing.
Man. That's such an 18-year-old thing to do.
But I don't know. He was, it was funny though.
Yeah, a couple on his resume now. I'm sure he'll smarten that up. But he's given me nightmares. I've got 9-year-olds in my team trying to fend off when there's no one even around. They're just trying to start fending. I'm like, what a strange trend this is for kids to want to be like Harley and fend at this level.
Even at our waffle training the other night, we were doing like off the fence, so just ground balls, and then it was ground ball pick up,
practice fend off.
Yeah, practicing the fend offs, and I'd like pick up the ground ball, the bump bag would come in, and I'd get like that, and then like I just couldn't push off, so like I was just like. And then just had to like run away.
It's weird, Yeah. I don't know the technique. I've never done it personally. I feel like you got to get them real close to you so you can like, because if you start with your arm, this is a podcast so no one can see what I'm doing. If you start with your arm like fully out, then you've got nowhere to like extend your arm. Like you need to get them in close and then like chest press.
That was but like then I was in too close and like don't quite have that chest press yet.
Yeah.
That we're working on.
You guys have both got a similar looking beard at the moment as well.
A shocker. We're on the same gym program.
One of you's got a bit more grey in it, but
correct.
Won't say who.
Hey, you were solo captain for the back end of the game with Liam Duggan smacking his head on the turf and second KO. Not as bad as the one going back with a bit of flight in round 13 where Hutch collected him. He texted, this is the kind of guy Duggo is. I had him lined up to talk to Scully for the SCO down. Like, who gives a about that? And it was, I'm obviously trying an audible and get someone else sorted. And Duggo's texted me at 9 p.m. on the day he's been, like, concussed. Been like, I'm so sorry, Thumper. Like, I'm not going to be able to make it. I was like, what a man.
No, he's a man. He's the best.
What an absolute mad dog. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, Lukey Edwards, because what do you got now? 3 under your belt, KOs?
Since being here, yep.
2 in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And the one this year was probably in the Guinness World Records for the quickest KO in the history of football games.
In the waffle?
Yes.
Big Flinny.
That was within 3 seconds of the game. So I wanted to ask you the severity of them. Did each of them differ in symptoms that you had? Do you have a little bit of a fear sort of subsiding somewhere down about receiving more or being more susceptible to them now? This is serious talk about.
This is a serious podcast.
We got very deep here. I remember when I first come in here, I showed you the clip of when I got KO'd by the footy, my first league game.
Yes.
You remember that?
That's ringing bells now. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously had 2 this year. First one against Richmond didn't really feel much at all. I actually got pulled off from the hierarchy of the AFL who watched the game, and they pulled me off saying I had to get one done. It wasn't even our own doctors, and somehow I failed that from counting backwards from 107s, and so that was a bit
Sorry,
annoying.
you got to start at 100 and go back in 7s?
In 7s.
That's hard to do with right like that.
While walking in a straight line up and back.
Couldn't you just rehearse that if you know that's the algorithm?
Yeah, I think they've changed it now, though.
Yeah, they started different numbers.
Ago,
They started different numbers. I started at 75. I started at
Makes sense.
93.
Yeah.
So the Richmond one, I felt pretty much normal once the game finished. Whereas the one in the WAFL with Flinny, that was sort of like symptoms were lasting a bit longer, more like a week. So that was probably a bit more scary just because of symptoms. I still had headaches and just wasn't able to concentrate and do much at all, really, without any headaches coming along. So
You stayed home for the week?
for a couple of days, yeah, just try to stay out of meetings and large crowds. Otherwise, that would probably trigger it. So I just sort of come in and do my own thing, then shoot out before everyone else, before I see everyone else. So there was probably a little bit of fear when I come back, just because I've had a few now. But now playing a few games, you sort of forget about it pretty quickly.
Yep.
Especially playing AFL, you got that much going on. Like, it's the last thing you're probably thinking about. So luckily, I think Duggo's all right. So he's feeling pretty good. So
Great news.
Yeah.
You know who is lucky to not be in concussion protocol is McKenna for the Lions going for his kick out, the full back, and one of the fans has piffed the ball back and slogged him in the head.
You hit him in the head? Really? That's pretty funny.
Elite
Star.
Andrew Luck type accuracy from the crowd.
Brizzy or West Coast?
Yeah.
I think it was ours because they went to the crowd and they were celebrating almost like great throw.
High-fiving like we did it.
Would you do that if you're an Eagles fan?
Nah, mate. Nah. I love the game. I love the players, mate. That's what the game's about.
They got their airtime though. They got their success. Thoughts on Gov driving back from East?
Yeah, insane.
Good effort, isn't it?
Long drive. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's a long.
Speaking from experience, it is a long way. We drove from home. It's like 12 hours, 11 hours, and we finished with like a 9-hour day. And it's like you just keep going. Like, and the road is just like ridiculous. Nothing to look at.
Yeah, boring.
Have you
Boring
done the
as.
Adelaide to Melbourne slog
Yeah.
in a car a few times?
Yeah, I've done that a couple. That's only 8 hours, so that's all right.
To Adelaide?
From Adelaide to Melbourne.
Oh, right.
It's only an 8-hour drive, so I've done that a couple of times, which is fine.
I think Gov did that one, and then his missus flew over and met him in Adelaide.
Yeah,
and
and
then they did.
Then she
rest
did the
together.
leg, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, you just be sitting there looking
So-
at nothing.
Here's one. I was speaking to Gov about it, and he reckons he was in some remote pub at South Australia, right? Like as you got into SA, and he was at this.
He said, I need a pub immediately.
Well, I think he was just like, I need to stop off. Like, I'll have like something to eat or whatever. And he's at the pub, and this guy's like, hey, Jeremy McGovern. He's like, oh yeah, like get chatting. Anyway, turns out the bloke who owned the pub. This is a very like murky story, but he is like somehow related to Kane Chandler. And he's like, oh, I only know one AFL player. His name's Cade Chandler. Like, he grew up in this town, and he's the bloke that Gov ran into and broke his ribs. And Gov was like, what the hell? Like, just some random guy in the middle of country SA was like, oh, yeah, have you ever heard of Cade Chandler? I think he plays for Melbourne.
Yeah, he's
Gov's
a
like,
prick. He's a prick.
Yeah, he's the reason I'm in this car right now driving home.
Oh, Oscar,
no.
a moment
What?
of your time. Saw that you make it an appearance on Backchat. It's great. Mate, you talk good. Great media performer.
Better than what I do here, or what?
Well, I think there's a bit more on the line over there. Maybe a few more viewers. You turn it on a bit more. You're certainly not bringing Tucker into those interviews, but you've started on a story to Scully, and you start talking about your mouth guard. I'm thinking, oh yeah, we've heard this one. You know, he left it at the club, and Drewy went and got it. And then it's like, no, this is again at Marvel Stadium.
Yeah, this
where
is
you've
like
done it, and
2 weeks
and
ago,
you
yeah.
were you were on our potty, the potty that week. Any danger of saving some of those stories for where it really matters, not just having them on the big time?
Yeah, look, mate, like, I didn't know I was on the potty. Your communication skills need to get better.
I need more moles on the inside of Marvel.
Just keep calling me more.
So what have you done?
So I've gone out, and I was always thinking about like, you know what I'm really struggling with? Like, I like to fiddle around pre-game and like at halftime, and the boys are like waiting for me to like take them out. So like at halftime, the boys are like, where are you? Like, because Dargo wasn't there. Like, what are you doing? And I don't know, maybe going to the toilet. I can't remember what I was doing. But yeah, I was fiddling around, and I was like, I've got to run out with Dargo. Like, we'll go out first. And I ran to the top of the race, and it was my first game back, so I was like even more skitsy than I am normally, and gave Simo a slap up and then go to run out, and I'm like, here's my mouth guard. And I've looked at my sock because I generally put it in the pocket of my pants, which has like a little mouth guard sleeve in it. It's always in there for the game and halftime. Any other time it's in the sock. Left sock, outside of left sock. And I went to go grab my mouth guard and I was like, oh my God, it's not there. Wasn't in my socks, thought it'd fallen out. And I'm looking around the change room, like scurrying around for it. And anyway, I find it. It's just still in its mouth guard case. I haven't taken it out at all. Grab it, and then the boys are all out there. Like, they're already out there. Apparently, they're waiting by the banner. Like, what's going on? Like, so he's just like being like, I can't do this anymore. I've had enough. And then like made the late entrance, like running out, like I'm back. But yeah, no, I'm forgetting. I'm forgetful now.
Did you start well in that game?
No, I haven't started well at all this year. No game so far. So that'll be a goal for this weekend.
Any Trump thoughts we want to share before we move on to
fake or real?
How's it fake? Someone's dead in the background of the rally.
Real. You don't reckon Americans would kill a random civilian to make sure this bloke wins an election? You don't reckon it's a gunshot, everyone get down. The Secret Service get a little blade out, flick the top of his ear. Oh my God!
No
look at
way,
him.
mate.
He's not losing the election. I'll tell you this: there's no way he loses the election now. They've done way worse, I reckon, in American politics to make sure the right person gets in power.
Saw there was a story that he was golfing
Really?
16 hours later.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's outrageous.
Mate, I reckon there's.
I want to hear theories. 'Cause I reckon he's a superstar. Like that photo with the blood coming down.
Yeah.
I'll worship him now after that.
So this is the thing. That's the exact thing.
No, but I've always kind of liked him.
But who at the end? Who after getting shot by a sniper 10 seconds earlier is going, yeah, the audio. Wait. Doing the black power stance. Like,
Are you subscribing to this, are you?
no, I'm just saying it's a possible theory.
Yeah. So I like you throwing the theories out.
But I think about the Secret Service, right? There hasn't been an assassination or an attempt in 40 years. You know why? Because the Secret Service are bloody good at what they do.
Yep.
You're telling me there's someone
Yeah.
on a building 100 metres away and the Secret Service haven't scouted that stuff out?
Yes.
Like there's stories of people playing golf with Trump when he was the president, and the whole course is shut for 2 days beforehand because they're scoping out everywhere, every single spot. It's all blacked out everywhere from street view. Like, and you're telling me he's doing a public rally, right? And there's someone on a building 100 metres away who's up there, and then they can't,
It seems like a job as the sniper for the Trump security is a job that you could do so hungover because 0.00001% of the time you're not doing much.
Yeah.
And then on this one day
This
you're
is the
called
thing.
upon, you're like, oh, geez.
Are you not doing much, or are there people out there trying to assassinate whoever and they've got onto them earlier and it just wouldn't be public knowledge? Like a Secret Service would just shoot him in the back of the head.
Possibly.
So there you go. I've laid out I'm not giving you the answer. I'm not saying my opinion. It could be one or the other, but freedom of thought, people.
A bob each way for Oscar Allen.
We're
I
not
like
very
it.
political on this podcast often, but
That's why I like bringing it up.
what do you
That's why I like
think?
bringing it up.
What do you reckon? Fair income?
Yeah, I do.
You reckon?
I just reckon although I just reckon it's not from 100 metres out you could not miss Trump there. I don't know how he's just missed him.
Flicked his ear.
Apparently,
it's
and they are very good at their job, the snipers.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Yeah,
Usually.
usually.
The guy's only 20 years old and he had an assault rifle, not a sniper, which is
even
character
crazier that he's
which is-
hit his ear.
Yeah, I know. Personally, against assassination, I just want to put that out there. However, it is such a big, crazy story at such a weird time in the political race, and with all the innuendo about Biden and his ability to run the nation going forward with his age, and
There's plenty on the line, isn't there?
yeah, it's big world. Both of them. I saw something like both of them are older than Bush, who was
Currently.
yeah,
Mental.
which is crazy.
How old's Trump?
Trump's 82.
No, he's not.
77.
Shit.
Biden's 81.
Yeah, sorry, 4 years apart. Yeah, I thought it was 82.
That's why we got you
86,
here,
yeah.
Bear. You're the fact checker.
The bear's fact man. Do you know why it's called the bear?
No, I don't know.
Ferocious at the contest, mate. Bear, mate. Ferocious at the contest.
Do you know why it's really called the bear?
Yeah, I do.
So in 22, Luke and I were twiddling our thumbs in rehab, not doing a hell of a lot. We're doing a lot of cardios and that. And Luke had a bit of OP, and OP is all about rest management, not doing too much.
Yeah.
And one of the S&C staff, someone's like, mate, I want you to do the bare minimum. So he got the nickname the Bear because he did the bare minimum for a year.
Yeah, I do touch. I was just prescribed to do 2 minutes of touch and then get pulled out and then
So we're doing like a stationary touch session. He's like, oh, the Bear's here. The Bear's here. Stand in the corner.
Love
for
it.
2 minutes and I'm out.
All right, Milk, it's your time. Give us a rundown of the spectacular victory going on against West Perth. Are West Perth travelling that well? No, they're not. But who cares? Win's a win.
It was a win.
And it's been a while.
And West Perth are great men too.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I'm a West-
You
I'm a
are.
West
Yeah,
Perth
yeah. I
man.
was going to say, yeah, actually, I do remember
They
that
play
now.
footy the right way, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
They love moving the ball, love getting the big key forwards involved. It's the right way to play the game.
Here at West Perth,
do.
aren't you?
Righto, give me a rundown.
No, it was good. It started, I remember we were sort of all huddled out there in the kicking hall, like ready to go out. The music that was playing was like this, like almost like sad music, and the boys, like we were all kind of just like,
Is this out of Oscar's speaker, which I have seen?
No.
Which is an absolute beast of a thing.
that was an Optus.
yeah, we're not,
Sorry,
remember
mate.
we're banned from that.
No,
I've seen it here at the club. I've seen it.
You know
operational.
why you're banned.
Yeah,
We've
no,
spoken about this on
I'm
this
not arguing
podcast.
why I'm banned.
Jacko wants a
To be
retort, by
honest,
the way.
did you have a party with Jacko?
No, I
Well, you
didn't.
weren't. So you
Honest.
weren't even invited to the
I
party.
wasn't invited. I actually don't know
Jacko
who
wants
was at the party.
Jacko wants a retort. He wants to give his version of events, and I can't see them
Mate,
being
Jacko, please.
complimentary.
There's no talent on this podcast. I'm getting on.
Is it in the gym sometimes? Is that it? Is that the machine I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the machine.
It's
correct.
monstrous.
Yeah.
It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Anyway, so we-
what'd you give up? 5 from the sad music?
Yeah, so we go out and like usually we
Oh, so no
start
one changed
okay.
it. You
No,
guys
it's just
rolled
like
with it.
because we were like, oh, who's on music? Is anyone on music? And
Or was it a bit
it
of
was-
total eclipse of the heart?
I don't
or
even
something?
remember what it was, but it was not it. It was just not working, and we're like,
Evanescence.
rightio. So we go out,
Don't bag Evanescence on this pod. It'll get cut.
and then so warm up. It's all right. Then we do our we done all the NAIDOC celebrations, all that smoking ceremony. Warmed up again because you cool down a little bit after doing them, and then started. And the whole game plan was because, as you said, they get into the key forwards, feed the key forward, and the whole and Keitel has taken the mick out of West Coast a little bit, I think, for a few years.
He's the best waffle K forward
Yeah.
by like a landslide.
Yeah, and so the game plan was drip, like stop TK, like they're going to give it to him. We just got to help him out a little bit, which we probably didn't do enough. But so the game plan was to just not let him kick any, and he decided to kick the first 4 of the game
Within 20.
within 20 minutes. Actually, I think he kicked the first 3, then he kicked the 5th.
Were
So
they
it was-
all on drip?
One was on me.
What are you doing mashed up on him?
No,
Bit
it
of
was
handover,
it was a
team defense.
handover that I should have stopped early. It just
Whoa.
No, whoa.
I'm not taking that drip. But anyway, so I'll take one.
What'd you get? Muscled or just burnt?
No, just like on the lead, like juked it like that.
If you
How
put
like
hands,
the
the
big
big
loosh
fella.
has been like
Yep.
taking him like that, and then so he kicked that one, and then we started bringing it back later in the quarter. Kicked a few. I think we were within 4 points at quarter time, and then the likes
big
of
fight back.
Yeah.
Jai Cully, 2 goals,
Yeah,
2
Jai
and 10 in
Cully.
the first quarter.
Yeah,
Wow.
great first quarter. So he kicked like our first 2, I reckon.
Did he get tagged again after that point?
West Perth don't tag, mate.
Nah, I don't think so.
Back themselves in.
Yeah. And then the likes of Sheeta, we had Sheeta in, JD in. We were supposed to have Gaffy. There should have been nearly like over
And Rothy.
And Rothy. We were supposed to have Rothy as well. Should
You
have
guys
been
would've
like
won by 10 goals.
700 odd AFL games of experience. And then
Yeah, a bit of cash floating around down
yeah, and cash. And then so the likes of them, bit of experience, and then
Big
sort of
Chill,
went from
Red's
there.
first game for the year.
Yeah, Redder was back
The
after
big chill.
Yeah, Big Chillman.
after his
it Chillman?
18-week. His was sort of the
18-week hernia.
Yeah, his 18-week hernia or whatever he had. But he was back out there, and then his like first 4 minutes, he had like a head clash,
Yeah.
split his lip and his face, and then he was gone for the rest of the quarter. So I was actually out there, so I get along with Rhett pretty well.
Were you second key defender, is that what you're saying?
No, well then I had to go back, for a little bit.
The plug, mate, he spark. He plugs up all the issues.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The plug. And then, but I was getting a bit like worried for him. I thought he'd been injured again. So I started like still worrying about the footy, but almost like a little bit worried about Brett again. But anyway, and then our third quarter we kicked away, and then like we turned it on in the third. Like best quarter of footy we've played all year, I reckon. Just everyone was playing their role. It was all working well. Team D was like we're all connected on that, and then it was just stayed in our front half. Big Archer Reed.
The big rifle. Oh, he was
Dominated.
Good.
He was very good.
He's
Yeah, isn't he?
Good player.
He was. That was his day.
Good player.
So of his 7 shots, should he have put through a few more than 3?
He took a hanger in the
goal square
and missed.
Oh.
And that play started with a one-hander from me at half-back.
Didn't
Chiseled it inside.
Didn't it just? I'll include that on the highlights for you, big fella.
I reckon Big Fella should have kicked it at least 5.
Yeah,
He
easily.
did drop a couple bombs from long range, like, which was good.
You know your stat skills?
Yeah, this would be
Here we
good.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? What is it?
Probably like 14, probably like 10 kicks.
13.
Oh, 13.
generous.
No, actually, with that, the Waffle usually update the stats. Like a
This is
few hours
recent.
later.
This is recent. And then what about your other periphery statistics?
0 tackles.
How many tackles?
You'd have to-
Wasn't quite your 10 tackles that Lukey Edwards had the
3.
other week.
What'd you have?
2 or 3.
You had 1 tackle.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
No, I've
Playing
been
in
tackling
defence.
a lot more.
Yeah. How many
Lately?
marks? 2.
That's right. 2 marks. 1 free kick against. Was it there?
I dragged it in.
All right. So what? 3.
We should do this with guests every week. Just get them pin off their stats.
So all right. You're giving 3 votes to Sheeta for his 30, or
Yeah, he was good, and he just organises us a lot because it can get we can get a little bit lost in them. Probably them, not that we play in that many close games, or not that we've played in that many close games, but them older heads and he's a very good organiser around the stoppages. So if things are going wrong and they're getting a roll on, he can sort of organise a few things out there. So yeah, he was very good. As we said, Archer was very good.
How was JD's demeanour for being dropped for the first time in his career and going back to the Waffle Boys?
He was all right. I feel like he would have been like a little bit flat, but that's part of it. But he come out there, led from the front a little bit, big presence up there, big JD. And it was just the fact that it was, I feel like he probably brought a few more people along as well, like JD's playing twos, like come out and have a look. But he kicked the match winner in the end, and we gave him a Gatorade shower, which was his first.
Do you love that or what?
I don't know. I don't know why we put like
193 games later, he's a Gatorade shower.
That's as stiff as they come.
But yeah, no, it was a very good day from the boys.
We know what that means. That means that his dream of 300 this year is now extinguished because it would have been in Geelong had he gone through and played the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. So that'll be delayed till next year for Big J Dizzle. And who you got this week?
Bye.
Oh, you should win that.
Win?
Week off.
What are you doing? Continuing your week of just absolute exhaustion?
I might nearly head home for a couple of days.
You reckon?
Yeah. See how it goes.
See the
But I'll have to
Get on the charter?
Well, I was thinking that, but if it was a Sunday game,
Be cool,
would
mate.
have been
Be
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Like Friday, they'd leave Friday. I could slime my way on there, and then Sunday slime my way back.
Yep. In the
But-
luggage compartment somewhere. Doable.
Nah, but the Saturday game hurts me a little bit. But I'll find out. See how much money I've got in my account and then go from there.
You know what is happening Saturday night in Melbourne? Tenacious D are playing. They're not playing in Perth. They're playing in
I
Melbourne.
don't know who
is
Tenacious
that?
D
I
is.
got no idea.
Are you serious? It's like Jack
Sing it.
Black's band with him and the other fat dude.
The guy from School of Rock.
Yeah, the guy from School of Rock.
Kung Fu Panda.
That's him. That's him. Hey, what do you guys got going on? What else is going on? What else is going on in your life?
My missus is currently away, so I'm bored all the time. I've got no one to tell me to go to bed at the right time, so I find myself staying up late playing FIFA.
So you're in FIFA zones. Are you playing the other boys? Are you playing my career? What are you doing?
Pro clubs. I'm a respectful man. Pro clubs.
What is that?
You control one. You make your own player and you upgrade him, but you only control that one player. But then the other members of your team also control one player. So like my team at the moment is I play right striker, Jake is left striker, Petch is the cam, Hoffy is the right centre mid CDM, Harry is the left centre mid CDM. The 5 at the back we play are all AI generators. You call for the ball off them and we randomly field against
What
randoms.
if other people are calling for the ball at the same time?
Yeah, they have a spaz out. Yeah, so we've got a very strict policy on only call when you're open and let the boys play. We also have a big motto, like give it to the creative players. So when someone stuffs up, it's like, mate, give it to the creative players. Let us go to work.
Who's the best in the team?
You.
Nah, like I'm not going to say that. Like I have scored 120 goals in 32 games, so I'm a beast.
Petch
But,
is a gamer. Is he one of the best?
No, Petch is the worst. He reckons he's the
Is he?
best. Nah, he's all right. We're a high quality outfit. For being honest, Hoffy's the worst. But he's the best for morale.
But you've moved on. Didn't you do this with NBA 2K and now you just ditched that for soccer?
Well, yeah, it's the cyclical nature of video games. So the new 2K's about to come out, then we'll play that. And then when that gets boring, then we'll go back to the new FIFA Pro Clubs. That's how the world works.
Are you taking invitations?
If you want to be our right back or left back, you're certainly not getting up top, mate.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah, can you be a solid goalkeeper?
Yeah, you can be a goalkeeper. It's a bloody hard role.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Immensely.
And you've got a tough camera angle. Anyway, so not a lot's going on for me.
What about you, Bear? What do you got going on in your life? Not just footy, surely.
Nah, not a heap. Wimbledon was on for last fortnight, so that was nice to be able to watch that.
Did you watch a lot of the entire tournament?
Not as much as Gaffy. Gaffy watches, especially with his newborn. He's been up, late at night. So he usually fills me in most mornings. But I watched enough. I watched more of the Aussies. I watched Demon until he pulled out.
In what round?
He was qualifying.
What did he pull? A quarter? Or what did he pull out with?
He did like a hip ab, like tour or something.
Abdominal injuries,
it was like one of the last points of his game, and he did it then.
Did he win the game?
He won the game, and got a scan the next day, and was apparently no good. And poor fellow was playing Joker in the semi or quarter of semi.
Did you guys watch much of the Euros or the Copa America?
That was the one. I was trying to tell what the thing was. It sounded like an absolute...
Them crawling through the vents to get in the Miami Dolphins Stadium?
Yeah, and people being left out with tickets and them storming gates, opening and closing them. Sounded horrific if you were there.
People had tickets and they get to the seat and it was just filled. So there was like 5,000 more people inside the stadium than seats.
Really?
Which is a serious HR violation.
Who did Argentina play?
Argentina played Colombia, I reckon. Played James Rodriguez.
Yep.
James.
When did old Messi do his ankle?
Did it early.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you get up for the Euro final or not?
No, I didn't. No. Petch, this is funny.
Yeah.
Petch went to Varsity Bar at 2 a.m. to watch it with Harry Edwards' friends. And like...
Unlike Petch.
Yeah, like so unlike Petch as well.
Yeah.
Like went to bed, set his alarm next to the missus. Oh, sorry, Dal. Turns it off, gets up, goes, gets in his car, drives 25 minutes to the Varsity Bar to sit it there because they were playing it live.
I rate it.
I rate it, but it's crazy behaviour.
It is.
Like,
it is.
Yeah, for someone who thinks it's too far to go to the beach to hang out with us, like for him to do that, it's a spit in the face.
Do I ask you what you got going on at the moment?
I watched the final the other night.
The Euro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still up, were you? Funnily enough.
I stayed up.
Did you set the alarm up as well, or did you just manage to see it out through?
You roll through.
I'm not bad with that sort of stuff. Like if I have something on, like I won't go to sleep.
Oh, it's
for
good.
a little bit later. So
you're a power of work on Monday, were you?
Pretty quiet Sunday night. Then I'm imagining pre-game.
No, I seen it, so that was not too bad. But otherwise, I'm watching.
Who are England playing, mate?
Spain.
Okay, good. Who scored the winner?
What a baller
It was in the
was to do
87th
it.
minute. I can't think of his name,
That'll
but
do.
it was late.
It was late.
That'll do.
But otherwise, watching Game of Thrones and Love
the
Island
first time.
for the first time.
How far are you into it?
Season 7, episode 2.
Oh, it's about to get.
You reckon?
It's
Season 7.
Does it die down? Because there's been a couple eps lately that like were pretty good.
No, mate, it is really good, but there is like season 8 is like one of the most ridiculed seasons of television of all time. They're like remaking season 8.
Really?
They won't remake it.
There's other people that are trying to put
Of course,
the claims to remake
lots
it.
of petitions, but it won't happen. But
Really?
Because it's based on the book Fire and Ice by George R. Martin, and he never finished it. So he's done the first 3 books, which is like encompasses a lot of the first 5 seasons, but then he hasn't finished the books.
So
they had to
they went rogue.
Make it up
they
a
went
bit.
rogue, and it's not how he wanted it to finish.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
summarised
right.
it pretty well.
I have loved it so far anyway.
Yeah,
and then Love Island
keep
as
watching
well.
it.
Yeah.
Love Island's good.
Yeah.
Good television.
Love Island. Is that with the tablet of terror or whatever it is?
Yes.
Is what? Tablet of Terror.
That's what they used to have in OG Love Island.
Oh, really?
The tablet that would tell them what to do and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they tell them
do
when
them
their exes are
games
coming and it comes through the tablet of terror.
Yeah.
Disgraceful
And they get a
television.
text and
that
stuff.
that might have even been the show, which is like if you kiss another person or have intimate relations, you lose money.
Oh, what is that show?
That's a similar
Yeah,
concept.
it's on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what
Do they go into it and like you can't do anything?
Yeah, but they
for a
don't know
yeah.
about it.
Is
Yeah.
it too hot to handle?
Too hot to handle.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm all over it.
I don't like that you're in those areas. I'm in a horror phase at the moment. Watched Scream 6, love the franchise. Saw a movie called Speak No Evil, which had one of the most twisted, dark endings of any movie I've ever seen. Rattled me for the night. Couldn't sleep after it. And there's this Long Legs coming out with Nicolas Cage, just the bad dude in cinemas at the moment. So
Have you watched a lot like The Exorcism and stuff? All those ones?
well, the original.
Yeah, the OG one.
Yeah.
My favourite one was the one which is like the camcorder one, and he goes to the remote, like really religious community. Because there's someone in the community, one of the daughters, and he's like a chaplain, and he's like his whole thing is like, oh, I'll cure these demon people, but it's like, oh, it's a scam, like it's how he makes money. And
Got a name for me?
And he actually like, I'm pretty sure it's called The Last Exorcism.
Okay.
The Last Exorcism.
Would you rate it?
Oh, so good, man.
Okay.
So good.
Horror fan, Bear?
Yeah, I actually don't mind. I like those sort of like demon sort of movies, to be honest, like Annabelle.
What if
Conjuring,
What if I feed you?
Insidious,
What if
like-
I feed you a couple for the trip? Would you watch them or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All for it.
I'm trying to think. What
Not great on IMDb at 5.7, but I thought it was better than that.
All right, fan questions. Few here. So, Corey887 asks an interesting one, which I thought was an interesting coin flip. A grand final loss or a wooden spoon?
Personally, grand final loss, but
Because you've had a lot of success during the year, right?
yeah, you had a lot of wins. You're not the same. You wouldn't spoon.
Yeah.
Really?
I reckon I'd.
Yeah.
prefer
I'll go to
that
bed
as
every
well.
night for
Wow.
the rest of my life thinking about that day and things I could have done differently.
That's the coin flip.
If
Yeah,
if you could tell me like I'd be thereabouts or win one again, like absolutely. But like the thought of, oof.
Yeah.
It's a long season, though.
No, I
wouldn't
think about like
spoon, just
Jeremy. I think about like AFL players that have played in a grand final and stunk it up, and it's like that's it. That's you. Like no matter what you do, that's what you're always going to be. Yeah. Oof.
but just
I
to
get nervous.
experience it.
I'm getting shaky thinking about it.
Yeah, wow. I'll be just more
There's that
just to
answer.
experience it.
I agree that there's like winning a prelim final and
Would be great. Yeah, that'd
an
be
amazing
unbelievable.
experience compared to winning like 3 games maybe for the year or 4 for a spoon. You'd have to
Yeah.
be somewhere around that. So it's great. I can't believe I haven't had that question before of all these years. It's a rip.
What would you do, Gills?
I think wooden spoon as well.
Mate, I think it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, I'm with you, Bear. After
You-
seeing like how much fun the 2015 boys had, it's absolutely sucked. And filming grown men cry for the entire afternoon was very challenging, but it was still a lot of success that
I
year. and a lot of
suppose,
fun.
yeah. You only cry once if you lose a grand final. You win a spoon, you cry 30 times.
Yeah.
It's probably good.
You want one here, big fella, or what?
Yeah, I'll go. Shush and Shat. When are you marrying your gorgeous girlfriend?
That could be all three of you.
That's shush and chat. That's Uncle and Auntie, Darren Jarman.
Oh,
and his,
the great man.
and his wife.
How is that for a little plug? The uncle, Darren Jarman, the great man.
Sorry. Yeah, me and Matty have been together for a little while now, but not anytime soon. I'm still young, haven't explored, haven't done what I wanted.
Exploit other partners.
Whoa. Digging yourself a hole in big fella.
Sorry. Gone overseas, done all that, had a bit of fun, Europe, whatnot. So
Goodness me.
Can you keep going over the Darren Jarman
we'll
stuff?
stop it.
Because that is insane. Just how?
so my mum's sister is married to Darren, and that's
Daz.
how.
Do you call him Daz?
No, I call him Shat.
Yeah.
Taught you everything he knows?
Yep. Taught me how to kick, actually, with a balloon. You blow up a balloon, and that's how you get your ball drop, guide the ball down.
I'll steal that.
What a man.
All right, on the subject of...
What about you, mate? When are you getting married?
Not for a while, mate. Not quite ready yet.
When are you getting married? When are you
Can't
getting married?
Nah.
I thought that question was applicable to a few on the panel. On the subject of split allegiances, Macri1380, do you ever watch your brother's YouTube? And does he go for the Eagles now?
I don't know what he's doing these days. He's full on, that man. He's actually hard to keep up with what he's doing up in the Goldie.
What kind of content are we talking about here?
He does like day in the life, like game days, like film himself pre-game.
A lot of train stuff, like how to get fitter.
Yeah, a little bit, but more like actual game days. So like he'll get a mic, put a mic on, like
Won't play
pre-game.
with it?
Nah, not play with it, like pre-game, like when we go out in the oval, have a
yeah.
little warm-up. He'll film that. He'll get his missus to film that pretty much every game. So, yeah, he's full on at the moment.
Goodness me.
TikTok.
Are you an Eagles fan yet?
Him?
No, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What Eagles?
I was
West
assuming
Coast?
that was to you. Do you go for the Eagles now? Or are you talking about
Does
your brother?
he go for the Eagles now, it says, mate?
Yeah, well, that could be you. This is questions for Luke Edwards.
Well, yeah, of course I go for Eagles, and I think he does as well.
You got strong Adelaide blood running through. That's what I'm just checking.
He was actually a Gold Coast Sun supporter ever since Dad retired. Gaz went up. Gary Ablett went up to Goldie that year and was a big fan.
If Adelaide are in a GF, are you riding them hard?
Against who?
Port.
Anyone bar us?
I don't know. Don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Adelaide are playing Freo in a grand final.
Oh, okay. Umpires. Going for the umpires.
Umpires. Hoping it's a clean game, fellas.
Nah, I'd probably go for Crows just because I've got a few close mates that play for them.
Good on you.
Yeah. From Vanilla_Twilight. How do you find your lip fillers affect your performance on the field? Is the first one. And
fillers.
Yeah, and the second one is how do you balance being a football player with collecting stamps?
I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. Lip fillers. That's Vanilla Twilight's dating my cousin.
Jeez.
I'd hope there was a connection there.
Thomas, yeah, is his name. Don't know where he's got that from either of them, so
Okay.
it's hard to answer that.
All right. What about Brodie Edwards?
Oh, here we go.
right.
Here we go.
It's a family affair here.
It
isn't
is.
It was a bit stiff for all the other people that wrote in that don't have blood connections to you, but who had you starstruck when you first arrived at the club?
Starstruck.
You can say that, big fella.
Actually, don't know. It'd probably be the former number 9.
Yeah, the big fair jam, mate.
Yeah, he was up there. And probably Shannon Hearn as well a little bit, just because he's from Adelaide.
Is he just a god back home?
Yeah, everything's about him back home. Like every time we went back home, it was just all about him, and it still is. So, yeah, probably them too.
Is it true your favourite celebration is a Rob Allen knee slap?
Yeah, funny story behind this.
Yeah, go on.
First year, I think it was. They came over for the Port game in my first year. I wasn't playing, but they were sitting.
My parents.
Yeah, so my friends came over for the weekend to watch me play a first WAFL game, and they went to watch the Port game as well. Big O was playing, and Big O's parents were sitting right behind my mates, and Big Robbie Allen gets a bit animated sometimes.
He does, yeah. He does have a habit of doing that.
And every time Big O kicked a goal, he'd do a big knee slap. It was quite funny. The boys
So he
loved
can't walk out if you kick a bag one day.
He's a clown, that bloke. The funniest thing about the story is that, like, I remember you telling me about this, and straight away I was like, yeah, that's Oscar's dad. Because we do look quite similar. Like, he's obviously, Big fella's almost 70 now. Like, he's pretty old, but he's got a shaved head, like,
Yeah.
but they're very similar, like, facial mannerisms, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he gives it a bit.
it. Boys back home love him.
Yeah.
Favourite.
And the last one, mate. What was it like being the golden child at home?
Is this still from Brody, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
I can't say.
Nah.
Any truth to this?
Nah,
Like,
no truth.
A little bit kissed, some would say.
Older brother was Jackson. I don't know how, but he was, and now it's because Brody's the only one that lives at home with mum and dad. It's now Brody, so he always says it's me, but it's him.
Ryan Fry.
Yeah, the big Robbie Allen fan. Yep.
Is it true he has a big career in cabinet making in life after footy?
Yeah, well, that's who they own a cabinet business back in Adelaide, and
The boys do.
yeah,
And they all work
that's-
together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They
Can I,
got,
can I become mates with these guys?
Yeah.
they got a spot reserved for you, have they?
Yeah. So I'm known as the floorman when I go back. So I'll go back in the offie. I'll go do a few days there at the Wrap Joinery, it's called.
And what does the floorman do?
Sort of just sort everyone else out. I don't actually do much on the tools, but I
You're
just
getting
make
coffees
sure.
and that?
I get coffees delivered to me.
Yeah.
But I more just sort everyone out, make sure everything's going okay and vibes are well. And
So you're telling me the one bloke who doesn't work there goes in the off season for a couple of weeks and points the fingers and tells everyone,
Absolutely.
and then you clock back in 12 months'
Yeah.
time.
You'd have no time for him, would you?
No, not at all.
exit meetings as well with the 3 bosses and give feedback as well. Yeah, it's full on, mate. I'm Floorman. Got my own shirt with the Floorman name on it.
Do you get paid by them?
Nah, I get a free lunch. That's my pay.
Every day?
Yeah, every day I work, I get a free lunch.
So you're going home for the offie, right? I'm just trying to get this straight.
Yeah.
You're working 8-hour days
Yeah.
at this cabinet making
Yeah,
with your mates.
yeah,
You're getting paid nothing but a hot meal.
yeah.
You spend your 8 weeks of the off season doing that. And then you're running exit reviews with the guys.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. I wake up at 6:30, get picked up, and we drive out, and I don't get home till 5 o'clock. And yeah, I get a free coffee in the morning made for me, and then free lunch as well. That's my payment.
Might as well plug the boys.
Wrap joinery from back home. So
Wrap joinery.
Yeah, they'll do anything for you.
Go hit them up. I'm sure they'll be making some beautiful bedside tables.
Can they send to Perth, or is
Well,
this
that's
just for
what
Adelaide
they're
audience?
thinking of expanding over here. And
This could
I'll
be their
probably
chance.
Yeah, I'll probably oversee it over here.
Run the businesses
Yeah.
over there.
Sounds like your schedule's a bit full, to be honest, mate. Last question from me. Have you played Gaffy in a game of tennis yet?
No, I haven't. I actually haven't.
Who's winning? Because it'd be out of you two for best tennis player at the club, wouldn't it? Even though Oscar Allen was ringing his bell earlier when he came.
No. Sorry. Can I clarify? I'm nowhere near those areas. No, you and Gaffy are actual athletes in that
Yeah,
sense.
I played a lot of grass court as well growing up. I actually really enjoyed that. I used to play against the old fellas, and they'd pants me just because it wasn't about pace or how quick you were hitting them. It was more about where you were hitting them, what you were doing. Yeah. And I
Like
learned that
junior
pretty
pennants
quickly.
or like pennants type scenarios back home.
Yeah, yep. So it was like me, my brother, and a cousin and another mate would play against all these oldies every Saturday. Play like doubles and singles, and we get pants every week.
Would you rather play more? If you had the option to be able to juggle it and just play socially, would you love to do it?
It's either tennis or golf, and it's probably just golf at the moment just because it's a bit easy on the body. Get in a cart and go hit some shots and yell out 4. So...
Gilbs is looking for a partner because now the Donk's not playing.
Yeah.
Well, I've just been out of the game for a long time without Donk.
How is life going without him? Because I know you're mates with Harley, but you actually mates with Donkey.
Yeah.
He's
Not even.
He's back home
he's
at
in
the moment.
Melbourne at the moment,
He's
so I
spending a bit
haven't
of time with the family.
actually. So he's been starting to miss him a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, just no golf at the moment. But you asked the other day, me and Thumper could be maybe heading for a hit soon, I think.
At Carina.
Carina.
No, I'm not there yet.
He's been on the waiting list since I got to this club 8 years ago, mate.
Yeah. And Dad's on the membership committee
And still can't
and
get
he
in.
can't get me in.
Do you reckon you could get me in?
He's struggling. Mitch Marsh is one spot ahead of me, so I'm just worried they're going
bias.
to let people in
Wait,
and
so
go,
Mitch Marsh just waiting.
he's been waiting as long as me, and they'll probably see him at 14 and me at 15 and say, just bring the 14, get the Australian cricketer in, and that'll do.
The captain of the Australian cricket team, there might be.
Yeah, and we'll leave old numbnuts out. Keep him to the
Mate,
side.
what, 4-time premiership, 5, 6?
5. But
5 times premiership
the old
player,
man,
mate.
I remember when I was youngster, teenager, I was staying with him for a weekend. He'd be like, Thumper, come with me. We went to the pet store. Don't own a pet. And we've got one of those collars, like a tag for your pet. Nothing written on it. I'm like, what are we doing? He goes, you'll see. Go to somewhere like a key shop in Karrinyup, go buy a bit of yellow nylon rope. And I'm just thinking, what is this bloke doing? And he goes, right, we're going to Ascot, go on the races. I'm 15. I'm like, okay, Dad. And he goes, wear this. And he's put the bit of yellow nylon rope attached to the medallion, the pet tag with nothing on it. He goes, just walk through the members, we'll be right. And so you walk past the security guard, just give him a little nod, and it looks similar to the turf club membership at Ascot. So we walk into the turf club.
That's how you got in?
Yeah, and, he's
Really?
like, and I turned to him, I'm like, did we just do that? He goes, mate, works every time. This dodgy man
Who else-
can't
what-
get me any further up the Lake Karrinyup membership committee. This is the stuff he can pull when he puts his mind to it.
But
Get me in there.
Question, he said works every time. Who are the other kids he's putting key tags on, getting them into the Ascot members?
Hopefully they give him the winning tips. And
Well, I'm
not
going
what
to
he was
try
doing.
that. I'm going to see if I can get that done. That's my next challenge.
All right.
Getting into Ascot members. I can pull that off.
Look forward to it. Boys, hey, thanks for your time. You could have been home eating lunch or brought it in like Oscar did and just mung while the podcast is going. That's how talented he is, folks. He can multitask and still provide A-grade content. Bear, Your once-a-year appearance is always sensational. Thank you for your time, Milk.
Thank you.
You just put a swag up, mate.
7 more days and I can be here again.
Down, back to it. Get me another Arvo.
Good luck getting on the charter, mate. All the best to you.
Thanks, guys.